do that because they don't like large gatherings for any purpose. So, we have the United for Food campaign that we just started recently, and that's it's progressing. And as soon as we have somewhere between 50 to 100 merchants are earning Bitcoin bounties, you're going to start seeing these food subsidy centers pop open, here, there, and everywhere. And we have an app out there on the Google Play Store for those of you that have an Android phone, okay? That we encourage all of you. We want everyone to download the app. Now I have a little admin area to the app here. Let me refresh this. Okay, good. All right, so we have 2,368 people on the app right now. Okay, and it's mostly between India and West Africa, and we have some stuff in the Philippines, Europe, and the U.S. Okay, so far that's our progress, and you can tell by the blue and red pins whether they're a paid member or an unpaid member. Okay. So when you look at the app on your phone or whatever, you could actually put your mouse over the pin and see the name of the person. Okay? So you might be able to you may know people, right, as you see their names. If you've been in the community for any time, you start recognizing names. Anyway, as soon as we have 1,001 location on the app here, then we'll go ahead and allocate, but we're looking for 1,000 paid members. Okay, right now it looks like India is leading. They've got 791 users in the Manipur area. So I could drill down into that. Should get a little closer view of that. And they've done a great job on clustering. Okay. In fact, they got a sister city over here that's doing quite well. So this one's got 950. That's right there in Manipur. But not all of them are paid. Okay, so they got to pay. We got to get them to pay. That's the point. Okay, that they are to qualify. We need members that are paying. Okay, so right there and in Paul. Okay, in Manipur. Okay, I guess that's like a state or a province. And Impal's like the main city. Okay, but you can see that's where the strongest cluster is right there. Okay, and then we also have 135 in Bangladesh. Okay, so good job, guys. Bangladesh is right next door. It's right there. So see, it's like there they are. 34 there. So we're progressing, but remember the app is free. I would encourage all members, that have an Android to download the app. The iPhone version will be up as soon as Apple approves it. They're taking their time. That's their style. And the app is what we're using as an indicator to figure out where we're going to start building these food subsidy centers, which one's going to go first, which one will be second, and so on. So it's very important to get everybody on the app. And then as you're bringing people in, especially if you're partnered with a merchant, then I would encourage them to actually get on the app and then get them into a meeting and then get a payment out of them. Okay. So that would be the process. Those would be the order of steps that you would take. Okay. So clearly, when people pay the program fee, we're bringing value. Okay. Obviously, running websites and all the servers and the whole network for the coin network, all that, just maintain it, that costs money. We have programmers, working on doing many things, developing our websites, on an ongoing basis. We have a support team. We have an amazing support structure. Okay. It begins when you go to log in. There's a 24/7 chat. So if you're having any trouble logging in, you got someone there to chat with, and they can guide you on how to successfully log in. When a person is on the registration page, they have access even from the registration page to our 24/7 support structure with our weekly meetings, new member helpers, and of course that's on your dashboard as well. Okay, actually, so most of the pages in the website. That's a 24/7 live, someone you can talk to face to face on a Zoom that can help you answer questions, get you through any challenge, help you get more clarity, whatever you need. And that's available for you and your entire, organization below you, your entire team. Okay. When there's access to that, and, obviously when you pay the program fee, it's covering the cost of, these people that are hardworking and helping us out there. And behind them is a support staff that has access to the databases. And, if someone needs to change a password or maybe an email address or something on their account, there's someone that has direct access to the databases that can take care of that. And it's available 24/7 through the help desk ticketing system. Okay. So all of this is to provide support so that, people don't have the excuse they're not getting help. There's always someone ready to help them. Even if your sponsor has done a bad job, you got a support structure that's there that could be just as good, if not better, to get you through whatever situation you might be in. Okay. So all of this costs money, and we got to pay for this with using crypto. So we are building this core team to raise enough crypto on a monthly basis so that we can cover the expenses of running the operation, guys. That's what it comes down to. Okay. And once we fill up that core team, it's got a huge reward of 100 TBC coins every month, and pretty much until the admin wallet is empty. So, although, that core team benefit will carry forth through the entire distribution phase. And then we have some annual payment promos that we've been running. We're currently finishing our second one, and we'll have one more. And that will be for 1,000 coins, and everybody that got the 500 coins will also get the 1,000 coins as well. So they're actually getting 1,500 coins for making an annual payment. Again, the annual payments are done in cryptos, again, to help us, pay the bills and keep things moving forward. Okay. So we have to understand what the objective is here and why we're doing what we're doing. All this nonsense that people have the imagination of, I'm somehow as the creator or the admin of TBC just getting rich off of everybody. That's not really the case. Okay. In fact, I pay myself last. When it comes to the operation, I pay the bills first, and then if there's something left over, then I will probably take some, because I have personal bills to pay too. But I'm living, for a millionaire, I'm living modestly, So I'm not spending $1 million a year by any means for myself. That's for sure. So everything that comes in through the operation is pretty much going back out in the operation for the most part to run the operation. Okay. And there's a lot of transparency. When you go to the website, you can see how big the rotator is. You can see how big the core team is. You have pretty clear, transparency on the operation. You can do the math, right? The fee is $30. Half of it goes to the sponsor, half of it goes to where it's paying the bills. It's not hard to figure that out. Okay, it's a little simple multiplication. Okay, so recommend all of you, do that as an exercise, and realize that we've done a great job with really with the limited amount of funding that we've had. We have done a fantastic job on keeping the operation running for over 5 years, moving it forward, keeping people motivated, and pushing to that point where you get to that tipping point. And I'm telling you, somewhere, like I said, between 100,000 merchants and 1 million merchants that are earning Bitcoin bounties, at least $1,000 a month. That represents a tipping point, and believe it or not, that can happen in a few months. Okay, it doesn't have to take years to do that, because as we basically train people on what to do, on how to bring in merchants, okay, and how to partner up with them, that multiplies. Pretty soon we'll have 10,000 people doing it. Then there'll be 50,000 people, teaming up with merchants. And you get to a number like that, and then bam, you have 100,000 merchants that are earning Bitcoin bounties. So we also encourage people to show up to this training. This is a key training. This is advanced. It's not new member training. If you're a brand new person, a lot of this might be going way over your head, because you just have to get familiar with our terminology that we use here in TBC. It's a little different than maybe what you've heard before in other things. But as you come every day, you'll pick up on everything what we're talking about. Okay. But you also have that new member training, and I encourage all new members to get through the new member training, so you have the basic understanding of what we're doing. And anyway, what's the main point of the new member training? What is the problem that we're looking to solve in the world? It's covered in the new member training.
Yeah, equity problem.
Inequality, right?
Right.
We know that as of 2016, that the 1% of the world, the people in the world, are actually holding on to 99% of all the wealth, all the money in the world. That means that the 99% of the people in the world are having to share what's left over, which is only 1%. Okay, so this has created dramatic inequality, financial inequality, for mankind, and I think really is the source of so many of our problems that we have now. In fact, there's no way they could have pulled off this genocide epidemic if they haven't crushed humanity first, financially, like that first. There was kind of a necessary step for them to even begin to plan a genocide epidemic like they have. And they've been rolling it out since 2020, since March of 2020, with all the lockdowns and all the fake news and the dangerous tests, and and it all led up to the dangerous so-called vaccine. Doesn't really even qualify as a vaccine. A lot of doctors have come out and say, you can't call this a vaccine. It's not like anything else. It is genocide. Okay. Unfortunately, some people got the salt water, the saline solution, and other people got the junk, So if you suddenly become magnetic, you probably got the junk. If you're not magnetic, chances are maybe you got the saline. Because and they keep trying to cover up all the deaths and how many people it's killed, and they wouldn't have gone away with it if we had a solid middle class throughout the world that had the financial means to stand their ground. But we've never gotten away with this. Okay, so there you go. That's another problem. They've created the problem, and they want to bring forth their idea of a solution. Okay? And just for your information, their idea of a solution is that you will own nothing and you're going to be happy about that. That's their idea of a solution, anybody. They don't want anybody to own anything. They're calling it the Great Reset, and it's complete baloney. You know, their whole plan is just a fantasy. Anyway, the good news is that their whole thing's falling apart. I don't think they're going to succeed, even though they've beaten us down financially, where, you know, we're just scrambling around trying to, you know, run a global economy on only 1% of the money that's in the world, you know. Even though that's all we have to work with, you know, we have the internet, you know, and it's light speed, and it's information is being passed around. People will know what's going on. They're catching on to what's going on. And people don't want to be killed. You know, they don't want to take something